as you can see, I went to the gym this morning and then I just made some breakfast. Just took a shower. I was gonna do like a day in my life kind of vibe, but I'm not doing anything today. So I'm just gonna show you what I read in June. Quick intermission. I just wanted to say I got Selena Gomez's blush and Rare Beauty's blush and illuminizer. It's like a highlighter. And I just put it on. I put the tiniest dot. People were right when they said a little goes on, because wow. But this is the shade Happy. It's so pretty. And I literally, when I was in the store, I was like, swatch every single color, because I don't know, I had to. And then this one is Transcend, the highlighter. So, oh, what the fuck? It is so pretty though. I literally don't have any other makeup on, so I look like a clown, but it's okay. Let's talk about the books that I read in June. I read 6 books. I don't usually read a ton, like, especially, I was actually away for the whole month of June. I was studying abroad in Costa Rica, and I thought I wouldn't have like any time to read, but it turns out I had a lot of free time. So I thought that 6 books was actually pretty good for June. So the first book I read in June was actually before I left, but it was The Inmate by Frida McFadden. I read it on Prime rating, so it was free, which is really good. I gave it 4 stars. It was so close to a 5. I just like, it didn't have that 5-star feel. I thought the plot twist was really, really good. But basically it's about this girl who works as like a psychiatric nurse, but she's working in a prison now because she like needs a new job. But it turns out that the prison she's working in holds an inmate that used to be her high school boyfriend, and some things happen there, so you kind of just have to read to find out. But the plot twist was pretty crazy. I thought it wasn't like, oh my god, it's insane, but I really liked that book, and that's what got me into Frida. I meant to say Frida McFadden, but I got cut off. Next book I read was Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Shout out Sarah Crowley, because she's the only reason I read this. I do love thrillers though, so I was excited. But I gave it 4 stars. I really liked the book, and I liked the ending, but like something about it was just so confusing. Like towards the end, I was just like, what is going on? Like it wasn't making sense to me, but then finally it did, and I think that's why I couldn't rate it higher. But I did really enjoy the book. I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of just like about a couple who goes on like a getaway vacation, and weird things are happening in the house that they're in. That's like the best way I can describe it without spoiling anything. So, and then I read another Frida McFadden book, The Perfect Son, which I gave a 4 stars, which actually was about to be a 3 to like the last chapter. Not even kidding. This book is basically about like it's told out of a mother's point of view, but it's about her family pretty much, about her son, who everyone thinks is kind of like crazy in a way, or like messed up, but he's like always been like such a good son to her, and like she knows things he's done in the past, but like doesn't really say what it is till kind of the end of the book. And you're kind of just like following him and like weird things that go on, and like I don't know, I don't want to give too much away again because it's a thriller, but I enjoyed it and I thought it was creepy. So that book was also on Prime rating if you want to read it for free. And also the next book, Fling by Adriana Locke, I read on Prime, 2 stars. That's literally all I have to say about it. It was fine. It wasn't really good actually, but I literally just pushed through it for no reason. It's a romance, and it's like, it's stupid. I'm sorry, not to be rude, it's not stupid, but it's not that good. It's kind of just like this girl, I think she breaks off her engagement or something. I honestly don't even remember because I didn't care. She already booked her honeymoon, so she's like, I want to go on my honeymoon, like I'm gonna go alone. And her friends are like, oh, we'll set you up with someone. So they set her up with someone, and they go on the honeymoon, and they're like, oh, we can't be together the whole time. So not spoil it. That's not really a spoiler. You'd find out like the first page. But okay, then I read The Perfect Marriage, also on Prime. Like, I couldn't really buy books while I was away, so I was like, I'll read them on my phone, but I don't want to buy them, and I don't have Kindle Unlimited. So that is by Geneva Rose, by the way, and I gave that one 4 stars. Really good. I saw some people say that they didn't like the ending of it. It's also a thriller. I'm really bad at explaining things, but what is it even about? Oh my god, that's so bad. I remember now. Okay, basically the girl is a defense attorney. Sorry, why that thing song say? Yeah, she's a defense attorney, and her husband gets charged for murder, so she's like on his case. Yeah, pretty oh, murder of his mistress. Forgot that part. Yeah. So basically it follows her point of view and like everything going on with the case and stuff, which is really, really interesting. I love that part. Like, I'm really into that stuff. And it was just cool to see like all the little details come up and stuff. It was fun. It was fun to read along with. I really did like the ending. Like people were like, oh, it was like fine, but I was like, I feel like that's the only way they could have ended it, if we're being realistic. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And the final book I read, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Oh my god. 5 stars. And I need to go buy the second one because I am obsessed with the characters. Yeah, I really liked it. That is about a girl who, I don't really know how to describe it. This girl named Evangeline, she is like a human, but she lives in a world that like has mythical people in a way, kind of, but there's these things called fates. There's 7 of them, and they like all have different powers, and she like goes to one to pray to get her true love back because he's set to marry someone else, and the fate is like, I will grant your wish in return for blah blah blah, and you'll find out when you read it. But so good. It's so fun. It's like a little YA romance kind of book. It's so cute, and I just love Evangeline, and I love Jax. That's all I'm gonna say. Go read it. And there's 2 books out so far, and then there's gonna be a 3rd one, and I cannot wait. Alright, those are all the books I read, and that will be the end of this video. That was a little horrible, but it's okay. Thanks for watching if you did, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!